G Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago. This crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Blue 58. Watch the run. Watch the run. No.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
It's out time. Check your hot read.
50. Inside.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch safety green.
We are going.
Safety green.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson being chased out left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
24's down, he's coming.
24's the mic.
At 59.
Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Third and long, it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Watson. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
It's going to be a long day, offense. Let him go. Let him go.
Throwing again is Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Out of the gun, Watson.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here's the tag. 19.
Watch the slant.
Watson looks to throw again. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, echo. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Run, 158.
Watch the slant.
80's getting to the side.
Single. Say,
Mike. Hey, Steve 6.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
319.
Check, 55 to mine.
319.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The left side completion to Jones. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Rodgers now to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Alert 3. Under X3. 218. Chopper.
Check 3.
Hey, 88. Hey, check 26.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You got nothing. Alert. You got nothing.
The final shot before the break. Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp. We'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Now Rodgers. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return, Carter. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. And the pressure gets to him again. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson going up top. And my goodness, another interception.